guys, and welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be another favorites video. The only difference is that since the past 2 months I've been doing it in more of like a get ready with me style, but today we're gonna do like a sit down, regular, old school throwback to like, I don't know, 2015, 2016, when we just sat down, chilled, and like spoke about our favorite products. That's what we're going to be doing today, because majorly everything that we have today is like skincare, and then there's one perfume, so that's like an honorable mention. And the product assortment that I have, particularly, I feel like I could do an entire skincare routine with like 3 or 4 products and then speak about the rest of the things, but I thought, you know what, let me just keep it like regular and kind of like to go with like one flow per se, not like too much happening. So that's what we're going to be sticking with. So let's start with the first product that I have, which I've used quite a bit, and I can already tell you that this is going to be one of my favorite products. I already spoke about it in a different video as well, but this is this Put Simply Get Your Greens cleanser. It kind of reminds me of the like Crave Beauty Matcha Hemp Hydrating Cleanser, because I always say this, that Put Simply gives me Crave Beauty vibes. If you don't know, Crave Beauty is the child basically of Leah Yu, who is one of my favorite creators, and she's been doing like YouTube videos for a long time, but now she is less of a creator and more of like a brand owner, brand founder, and she has a beautiful story, and whatever she's doing in the industry is just absolutely amazing. So Put Simply definitely gives me vibes of Crave Beauty, and this is a beautiful cleanser. It's of course super hydrating, doesn't strip the skin, it's the gel texture, which I love. The only thing that I don't love as much is the price, but again, a little goes a long way. Like, I've used this a lot and I still feel like I've only used around like this much. So I've only used this much, and I've used it quite a few times, so I can tell you that it's going to take me a while to like use up the entire tube. And I have this not important, but like this fun challenge that I have in mind for the month of November, where I'm going to do my skincare routine for a month using only Put Simply products. Of course, I'll like have additional products in, but majorly I want to focus on the cleanser, the moisturizer, and the sunscreen, obviously. So that's kind of like my plan / like unofficial challenge for the month of November. So yes, probably at the end of the month I can come and give you an update as to how much more of this product I have used. But yeah, it's an absolutely amazing cleanser, and if you can like collect points or maybe like purchase during some offer, I would highly recommend this cleanser. Even though it's a little bit expensive, I would still recommend it, because after like combining your points, I feel like you can make it worth it. Because if it costs like somewhere close to, I think 750 rupees, and if you have like 500 Sublime Life points, you can pretty much get this for like 200 bucks. So that's what makes this worth it for me. I don't think I will ever pay like an entire 750, like I won't pay like full 750 rupees for this. I'll definitely try to like get the best deal I possibly can. Speaking about Korean skincare, we also have one more Korean skincare product, and that is from the brand One Thing. This is the Niacinamide 10%. Now, I was very excited for this product, I have to be completely honest, because I'm getting like 150 ml of like a niacinamide serum, toner, whatever you want to call this, for I think this is close to like $1,000. But if you think about it, your typical serum is like around 30 grams, 30 ml, and you're getting like 5 times the size for maybe like double the price, triple the price. So that is what like really drew me into this particular product. But I have to tell you that I've already used quite a bit of this, like you can see, and I've not been using it for very long. So I feel like I will go through this as quickly as I do any other like serum, toner product. So I'm not really getting a huge bang for buck for my money. So that is a little bit disappointing. That being said, it's still a good product. It's super duper lightweight, so I feel like if you have normal, combination, oily skin, you will really love this because of how lightweight it is. And this could be a great product to use in the summers, specifically when you don't want to layer on a lot of like heavy products, heavy skincare that could like feel weighed down. That's when I feel like this product will really shine. In winters, you more so want something that's a little bit more on the hydrating side. So I feel like for that reason, it's probably not the best time to be trying this out, but I really wanted to get it and try it out. And I did really like it, even though I'm a little underwhelmed because what I thought about it was not what it actually is. So, yeah, that being said, I still wanted to mention it because it is a pretty good product. It's very unique in terms of the quantity that you're getting, the size, the price. It's definitely a good deal, even otherwise, and it's not something that you see every other brand come out with, you know what I mean? So for that reason, I really wanted to try it out, mention it and talk about it, which is why I am speaking about it in today's video. It might not be an absolute favorite, but it's still a product that I feel like would make it to my October favorites, so that's the reason I'm mentioning that. Moving on to moisturizer. Now for moisturizer, I have an oldie but a goodie, and this is one that I recently like rediscovered and fell in love with, and that is the Earth Rhythm Phyto Clear Moisturizer. This is what the packaging looks like now, but I do believe they have changed it again because this bottle I had repurchased a while back. I just was too busy like trying out new stuff, and this was not getting any love. So once I used up the moisturizer that I had in my rotation and I had to add in something new, I was like, I'm not going to be trying out anything new. I'm gonna go back to my old favorite and re-fall in love with it all over again, and that's essentially what happened. I re-fell in love with this moisturizer, and again, similar to, I feel like, the One Thing like toner, whatever you want to call this, which is more like suitable for the summertime. I feel like the Phyto Clear is also kind of similar. So I was really expecting October to be like hotter than it actually was. If I'm going to be completely honest, I was happy that October wasn't as hot as I had thought it would be. So I was kind of preparing myself for October heat and like using products that I thought would typically work for me in the summers. Like that was my whole plan, but it is definitely a lot cooler than what I thought, and which is a good thing because I love the colder weather. But of course, colder weather also means drier weather. So keeping that in mind, I think my skin definitely needs a little bit of more like moisture loving and a little bit more hydration as well. So that's where the sunscreens actually come to play a huge role. So I'll talk about that later. Or maybe let me just talk about them first, and then I'll talk about one more moisturizer, which is more of like a nighttime moisturizer. So for sunscreens, again, I have some honorable mentions here because these I haven't used a lot, but I can already tell you that they're going to be a favorite. So I was like, okay, I might as well, instead of me mentioning this next month, let me mention them right now as well. And those are the Aqualogica Sunscreens. We have the Hydrate Plus Dewy Sunscreen, and we have the Glow Plus Dewy Sunscreen. Now these two remind me very much of the Dermaco 1% hyaluronic acid gel sunscreen. I feel like these, first of all, dupe each other very easily, which I spoke about in the video where I'm comparing all the three Aqualogica sunscreens. How to me that is kind of like a little underwhelming key. They're having two sunscreens which are basically the same, but if we talk about the formulation, texture and all of that, these two are amazing because it's pretty much the same thing. So if you haven't tried these out and you have tried out the Dermaco, it's basically the same. You don't need to run out and buy these just because you think you're missing out on something. You aren't really missing out on anything. I feel these are all like duplicate products, and if you have all of these in your collection, you might as well like use one or the other. You don't need to have all of them. So that's something that you do need to keep in mind. But apart from that, I really like them. I love that this one has a faint coconut scent, and I also love that this one has a little bit of vitamin C in the formulation itself. So if I'm not using a vitamin C, I still feel like I'm getting a little bit of antioxidant protection. It might not be a lot, which is totally fine, but I do believe that something is better than nothing, especially with an ingredient like vitamin C. I feel like it's not something that you can add in when you want and then remove when you want. It's something that should always be there in your rotation. So yeah, there is that. So those were like my two favorite sunscreens that I wanted to mention that I haven't used a lot, but again, I've used them enough to where I know that I am going to be in love with them very soon. So yeah, that is that. Now let's talk about our nighttime moisturizer pick, and that is one that I've been using for a few months now. So this is the Chemist at Play night cream, and they have two different variants. They have this one, which is the oily skin night cream, that is the pink color ka dhakkan, and then we also have the blue one, which is the dry skin variant. Now I love the dry skin variant. If I'm going to be more like, if I'm going to be completely honest, I love the dry skin variant more than I love the oily skin variant. But again, this one has again the 2% encapsulated anti-aging actives that they say, which I'm assuming is supposed to be some sort of vitamin A, and then it also has salicylic acid. Now that the dry skin variant is more of like a cloudy, pillowy, really soft, kind of a serum cream consistency, whereas the oily skin one is more lightweight, I feel like. I mean, again, they're similar yet different at the same time, there is a very slight difference, and it's more so on like what texture you prefer, what you like and stuff. This one though has a little bit more of an obvious scent, I feel like, as compared to that, and it doesn't have any sort of like artificial fragrance, so it's probably the natural fragrance of the ingredients that are in the particular product. But yeah, this is my like new favorite night cream, especially for how affordable it is. Again, you can always find this at offers. Currently when I'm filming this also, Innovist as a whole, as a parent brand, has buy 2 get 2 free on all of their products. So Chemist at Play, Sunscoop and Bare Anatomy you can get at a buy 2 get 2 free, and I've already repurchased this, otherwise I would have during this particular sale, because I absolutely freaking love them. And yeah, I already have like 3 backups, like 1 of this and then 2 of the dry skin variant. So yeah, if you haven't watched the haul video, or maybe the video is gonna go up after this, I'm not too sure, but yeah, go and check it out, because I love this particular product and I have already repurchased it. So that tells you how much I truly love it. Last but not the least, we have our honorable mention. I feel like I'm saying honorable mention for a lot of things in this video. It should be like a video of honorable mentions, but the only product that is not skincare in this video is this perfume right here. It's the Masaba by Nykaa Croc and Roll fragrance. This is probably one of the most unique fragrances that I own in my collection, because it's not super sweet. It's fresh, but it's not like your aqua fresh. It's got like tangerine, musk, amber, I believe patchouli as well. Some really great notes going on. And I have said this in the past also, that if you are, like not keeping well, it could be a cold, it could be fever, it could be anything, and you want to pick me up in the form of a scent, I feel like this is a scent that is not going to give you a headache. And this is a scent I believe even I was wearing when I had COVID as well. So like when I was recovering from COVID, and you had to be in quarantine and stuff, that's when I feel like I was wearing this a lot. So technically I should have had bad memories with it, but I still have good memories with it, because I feel like most of the other fragrances that I have in my collection can potentially give me a headache if I'm not keeping too well. And when you're not keeping well, your sense of smell, it's like really messed up, So even perfumes that you love, you might be really annoyed by when you're not well. But this one, that's not going to happen with. And the reason why I specifically wanted to mention that is because I feel like nowadays everyone is falling sick, overseas also. Like I have a lot of relatives overseas and friends and stuff like that, and they're all falling sick. People here are also all falling sick. So there is something that's up with the weather. But yeah, because a lot of people are falling sick, and if you are sick by any chance, first of all, I hope you get well soon. But if not, and if you want to pick me up, maybe you could get like a travel spray of this and try it out and see if you like it, just to cheer you up, because that's also something that I feel like when I am like down, I want to like browse, check out skincare, check out fragrances, watch YouTube videos during times like these. So yeah, there is that. And this is also, by the way, very long lasting. I was recently wearing it a lot in this month, which is obviously why I'm mentioning it in my October favorites, and I actually realized that this is a pretty long lasting fragrance. It might not give you the same projection and sillage that it would at the beginning of the day, but you will still get whiffs of this even at the end of the day, like in the evening. I mean, I wear this to office as well. It's a great office appropriate scent, apart from like being suitable like to wear when you are not keeping well. This is a great like even signature everyday scent, I feel like, because it's very unique. So for that reason, if you're like spraying this in the morning, you will still get whiffs of this at the end of the day when you come back home from work. So it is pretty long lasting as well. I did want to mention that. And of course, it's like a Nykaa perfume, so it's going to be affordable and you get a good quantity. This is a 100 ml bottle. You can get the travel spray, which I also own, that you can either like try out first and then buy the full size, because that's what I did, and I would recommend everyone to do that, to be completely honest. But yeah, that's gonna be all the stuff that I have to talk about in today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed watching, but that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I'm gonna list and link everything down below in case you're interested. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.